They said justice was served, but when the truth hides in shadows, justice becomes just another story. This is the case that split a nation, where a teenage girl was murdered and her ex-boyfriend's life was buried beside hers. This isn't a headline, it's a haunting that refuses to die. If you crave raw truth and stories the system once forgotten, hit subscribe. The last day of her life was ordinary, the last person to see her alive, her ex, Adnan Syed. And for decades, the world's been asking, was it cell phone data that solved the case? Or was the real story buried in lies, fear and failure? 1999, Baltimore. Hae Min Lee and Adnan Syed, both 17, had just broken up. On January 13th, Hae vanished. A month later, her body was found in Leakin Park, strangled. Prosecutors built their case on three things: motive, phone records, and one witness, Jay Wilds. Jay said Adnan confessed and called him from a Best Buy payphone to help bury Hae. Cell tower pings placed Adnan near the park. Their story, a jealous ex-boyfriend snapping after heartbreak. But then came Serial, and the world listened. Millions of people began to doubt everything. The cracks were everywhere. First, the alibi. Asia McLean, a classmate, swore she saw Adnan in the library when Hae was supposedly killed. She was never called to testify. Next, the cell phone evidence, the cornerstone of the case. Experts revealed those tower records couldn't reliably track incoming calls. That data might have been meaningless. Then came the DNA. Decades later, new tests found no trace of Adnan. Instead, mixed samples of unknown DNA, and some evidence never even tested. And the biggest shock, two alternative suspects. Prosecutors admitted they knew about them in 1999 and never told the defense. By 2022, the walls finally cracked. Adnan's conviction was vacated. He walked free after 23 years behind bars. But justice is never simple. Months later, an appellate court reinstated his conviction, not because of new proof, but because Hae's family hadn't been properly notified. Maryland's highest court upheld it in 2024. So legally, he's still a convicted murderer. In 2025, Adnan was sentenced to time served, free but never cleared. The case remains a scar on America's justice system, a story of lost lives, broken trust, and questions that never die. Adnan Syed walks free, but his conviction still stands. 2 lives, both marked forever. Did the system find the truth, or just someone to blame? If you believe every story has more than one side, subscribe now and join the conversation. This is PBT Network 702, where real stories never rest.